working on Sketch Swap with Lorin this year. This is a little thing that we did a few years ago, and just like a little tradition now, where a bunch of art buddies would do little sketches and send them to each other, and you would paint up the other person's sketch. So I haven't done my sketch yet, but Lorin sent me his, and so I'm gonna paint it up. Let's see. Okay, so some kind of airship design. It's kind of pointy for an airship, but I'll just do the mask first. It doesn't matter what color. Although this like Pepto-Bismol pink is kind of cool. Let's see. And I was trying this JRPG music last stream, and I think it's working. I don't think there was any copyright claims, and I like the music a lot. So I guess video game music is okay for stream, which makes sense because there's so many, video game streamers, and the game company probably doesn't care. They just want people to play the game. Okay. I'm gonna use this this photo as like a reference for the thing. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Frederick. I'm gonna use the photo as like a base. So let's get in here with the background real quick. This is the happy face brush from yesterday. If anybody was here on stream, I made this for some reason. It's very beautiful. I'm very proud of it. It's a happy face brush. Oh, it's actually kind of nice. Maybe I can paint the background with happy faces and no one will notice. Oh yeah. Okay. I think that's a little too much jitter. Okay, and then the mountains, a little bit less blue. Yeah, that looks okay. It's more yellowy. So yeah, like I was saying yesterday, is I don't really feel comfortable making up lighting and environments that much, so I like to have some kind of a photo nearby as a crutch, so I feel safe, it's like my safety blanket. Actually, I used to be able to make up environments before when I don't know what happened. I just haven't done it lately. I lost confidence somehow in myself. But I'll get back to it someday. Oh, there's a crow just sitting outside. Alright. Let's make this bigger. I wonder if we use the happy face brush with a bit of... What happens if we go super... Oh, okay. And it looks like a sponge. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like we're making a happy face tapestry here. I'm pretty proud of that. I think it's cool. Okay, we can use stencil for this to make it kind of match. And I like how I just like the colors of this picture, like just all the reflection into the white blimp is really nice. I like painting white in general because it's like a sort of a very reflective color. It kind of just takes whatever's around it and reflects the environment a lot. So I like that a lot. What happens if we get this smiley face and stretch it? Or make it... Hey, that's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm excited about the new brush stuff because you can sort of use the same textures and reuse them in a bunch of different ways. Get a lot of different results. What's going on here? Oh, okay, that's kind of crazy. I need to fix zooming. It's like not zooming to the mouse. So the idea with when you're trying to steal the lighting from this photo and map it to this one, I guess the way you can think of it is like if you start to, you gotta map out the direction that each face is going. So for example, like if we start drawing some perpendicular lines, so that face is going that way, and then this face is going that way. Alright, and then that one is going that way. So that's another reason why these cross-section lines are really helpful. I'm glad Lorin put these cross-section lines in because they just tell you what the shape, which way the shape is facing. Okay, so once we got that, well I probably need to do it on the front too. So here's the front face and then the top face, and then also I'll just do a general line through the whole bottom. Right, so we're just like figuring out which direction everything faces, and then you're gonna go back to your photo and do the same exact thing, like, you know, draw lines, cross-section lines on it, and draw little imaginary triangles of where each surface is facing. And then all you gotta do after that is matching up all the arrows, you know. So if you find a surface on this thing that's matching this arrow, like, you know, the top of this blimp area, then I'm just gonna go and try to grab that color and stick it there. Okay, so then it kind of becomes pretty simple. It's sort of like paint by numbers, very easy. Just gotta go little by little and it'll come out, hopefully. Now the only tricky thing here is that this blimp is very round, and then this is very pointy. So instead of having this nice big soft gradient like in the blimp, we'll have a much sharper change in values to, you know, if I take this arrow here, this arrow, that would be something like down here. So this orangey tan sort of like salmon-y, orangey. And then back here, it seems to get more neutral, more grayish. And if I want more gray, then I just bring the 3 sliders closer together. It becomes more gray, maybe a little bit lighter, more blue. Uh-oh, I forgot to turn on the mask. Let's turn that back on. But does that make sense, guys? I hope. It's pretty simple once you break it down like that. Okay, so this front face is sort of a problem for us because there's nothing on this picture that matches that specific angle. So we're gonna have to guess. But luckily, I think in general, if we consider the environment 360, I think the environment itself is pretty much the same no matter which direction you're looking at, because we're in the middle of a big field. So I don't imagine there's some big red building off to the side of the camera that we can't see on the left. So I'm just gonna treat it exactly the same as like how this side is, maybe just slightly darker or something, because it looks like the sun is coming from over here somewhere, like in front of the, it's coming from the right corner. So yeah, I'll make this side like a slightly darker version of this. Let's see how that works. Sure I'm on the right layer. Actually, never mind, I'm not going to make it darker. I'm a little bit torn because all the stuff that's facing downwards should be more orange, right? Or more yellowy, reflecting the floor. But then this thing is not facing as much downward, so I feel like it might be more mixed in with the sky, or mixed in with blue. So maybe it is kind of like a greenish, because it's a mix of yellow and blue. I don't know. I'm kind of just guessing here. I'm gonna hide or turn down this red because it's sort of distracting at this point. I'm curious if I were to. Oh shit, that works. That's cool. Yeah, so maybe some color in the lines could be cool. Could make it even like cool on top and then warmer color on the bottom. The lines. But now I can't see shit, so that's not good either. But yeah, I'll just make it a little darker. So even the lines got some color to them. Did I freeze? Oh, fuck. Okay. Did I just lose all that? No. Okay, good. Whew. Alright, let's get this back down. I did lose my lines, though. It's unfortunate. Let's do that again. Well, actually, this surface here sort of maybe could match this surface a little bit. And turn on the color jitter a tiny bit. This color here. I think also as we turn away from our front, so like the stuff on the right side of the ship here, like in this area, becomes more and more bright on the picture, and that's because as the surface turns and becomes more parallel to our vision, like if you ever looked at a lake, gone down really close to the water and look out across the surface of the water, it becomes more and more reflective, like the lower and closer down to the surface you get. So this surface, the more and more it turns and like it gets closer to becoming like in line with our view, then it should become brighter and more reflective. Well, let me rephrase that. It shouldn't become brighter, it should become more reflective. And in this case, since we're reflecting something bright like the sky, then in turn it becomes brighter. So I think it's something like that, like a gradient from dark to light as we go across there. Can use mix on that. See how that looks. Alright, so also I like that this has a pretty dark shadow in the middle where the sun don't shine, you know. Let me try to get that in there. Maybe I should separate the shadow. No. Might edit the shadow a little bit to match more of what the photo is doing. So it's a little bit longer towards the left side because the sun is coming from the right side. So our shadow's getting longer on the left. Fuck. Okay. Looks about right. I guess another difference with the photo is that this airship is like sitting on the ground here in the picture, but ours is floating up. So that means that technically our shadow should be like farther to the left because we're, you know, high up in the air. If the sunlight was doing the same thing. So maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna ignore Lorin's shadow for now, because our lighting situation is a little bit different. Okay. And we have these little feet things on the bottom. I'm gonna use this new layer for all the little extra overlapping shapes, so we don't have to deal with the overlapping too much. Not sure if that's supposed to be a solid. I think it's solid. So I really like this little shadow casting onto the the foot. I love how that foot looks too. It's like a marshmallow. So I'm gonna try to get that over here too. I think we can make it happen. So the shadow is gonna be here. Actually, Lorin, he drew the shadow line in for us. So we're gonna use that one. And how does the shadow work here? It's like, it's actually really bright there. I don't know if it's the same exact situation, but I'll just try it out. And it gets darker towards the back. And then I guess this part should be brighter and warmer. Maybe a little bit darker on this side. That's looking cool. I'm trying to make them a little bit different. Like this one is a smaller triangle than that one, just so it looks like the shadow's moving a little bit. Or not moving, but like doing something interesting, I guess. Save this. Okay, it's too early for smudge, and too early in the morning for smudge. You're gonna calm down. Okay, I'm not sure if I fully am comprehending the shape that we've got here. I wonder if it's something like that. Maybe I should just make the drawing black so I can actually see it. Yeah. Okay, so what the mystery area for me is right here in the middle. Like, I'm not totally sure what's going on there. So one way to figure it out is to just draw. So, okay, we have this line. So the question is, where does this triangle end, right? So that's where the bottom of it ends, but what about the top? Because we have this line here, and then we have this line here. And what happens in between here is a little bit of a mystery. So I'm gonna have to do some figuring out. And also what happens up here is a mystery too. So one way to figure it out is just to draw in extra cross-section lines. So we could assume if it was a gradual transition, then maybe something like this, where it like just blends in between the two shapes. But then what happens with this line here? This middle line goes over here. Is that what it's supposed to do? I think that's what it does. The only confusing thing though is this line then here doesn't make sense unless does it do something like that? Yeah, I kind of wish we had a little bit more description in this zone to really understand the shape, because it's a bit ambiguous. Like I could interpret it this way, but I don't know for sure. But this is what I'll go with. But I mean, this happens all the time with design. Like you have a sketch, sometimes two sketches from the same person, two sketches from yourself, maybe of a front view and a back view, 3/4, and sometimes they don't match up, or sometimes like a shape looks different from one side and then versus another side. And then sometimes you give it to a modeler or you give it to somebody and like they don't know exactly what's going on and you have to give them extra notes. So this is sort of like a common thing that happens with design work, I feel like. That's one of the nice things about models, is there's like zero ambiguity when you're making a model. So nobody's has any. There's no room for interpretation, basically, if that's what you want. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's this. This area is still a bit. Not totally sure what to make of this corner here. Okay. And then also, I'm gonna make a little edit here and say that maybe this is the front corner, so that we get like a little plane change here of the top, because I kind of want to see some of the top surface, because I think it would be a nice bright contrast. Okay, let me turn that down now that we sort of figured it out. I usually have to do a little bit of figuring out, even on my own drawings, you know, like if maybe it was a quick sketch and I have to go back to it and sort of like rethink some areas, usually. Another area that's a bit confusing is this corner up here. So let me quickly dive in there too. Again, I'm not sure what this shape is doing. Okay, there's a little bit of MC Escher going on, but it's okay. We can deal with it. Turn this down. So this top surface, I think, can mirror this, whatever's happening over here, which is nice whenever we can find something that's the same or similar at least. And then this surface is doing an interesting twisty thing. So to describe the twistiness of it, I think we make it brighter on the parts that are facing up. Or is that how it works? And maybe a little bit darker on this part as it blends in. Then we could make that softer right there. Oh shit. Why isn't... That's weird. Why does it get all dark there? Oh yeah, blending between these two areas maybe to get that transition. Oops. Yeah. Hey, Utopies. Hello. Hello, Chefan. Hello, Space Loser. Hello, Beaver. Yeah, one of the exercises we had to do in school that directly relates to this stuff is the fishbone model, where let's say you design some kind of a shape, a speed form, and then you need to make a 3D model out of it, and we make it out of foam core, which is a very painful medium to make a model out of. But basically the way it works is you have to, oops, let's say you draw your shape or whatever. It's a cool speed form shape. You have to slice your shape into little cross sections like this, and you slice it into like 20 little sections or something like that, and then you cut them out with sheets of foam core with an X-Acto blade. And of course at least like 3 people in the class will slice their finger open during the creation of this project, but that's like part of it. You have to, you know, blood, sweat, and tears and all that. So yeah, you slice it up, and that way you kind of have to describe the gradual form transitions because you're slicing it so often, and there's nowhere for you to hide. Like everything has to be described in the 3D model. So that helps you to like think about this stuff when you're drawing it also. Actually, I'm having a second thought about this. Maybe this could be more of an S-curve type thing. So see, this is what happens when you leave this area up to interpretation is that the other artists will probably like put their own spin on it and screw it up, you know? So I don't know if this is what Lorin had in mind, but I'm gonna ruin it by putting my own shit here. Why the fuck is it getting darker? That needs to be fixed. Will I do Blender stuff? I did Blender stuff yesterday. You missed it. Yeah, if you want to see some Blender stuff, just go check out yesterday's stream. We were here with Angela Sung doing some Blender. But nope, this is just a regular old drawing for today. Or rendering, I guess. Maybe this area could have a different color. Maybe something darker down here. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I should probably just work with what I've got here first and try to get the main shadows and stuff in. Oh, kind of like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. What did Lorin Wood gave you before you started this drawing? He gave me the drawing. The line work here is from him. So I'm just painting it now. Maybe someday VR modeling will be more accessible and everyone gets to keep their skin. What are you talking about, Chef Finn? Keep your skin? Oh, right. Good. Yeah. Just testing you. Cutting. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of X-Acto cuts, but I mean, at least X-Actos they cut clean. They're very sharp. So it's a nice clean cut. You know. I mean, whatever. Oh, hello, DiCarlo. Thank you for subscribing. Steven says, my version of HP looks nothing like this. Well, Steven, if you go in the description, the version I'm using is actually the Layers experimental version. Which is, this version is, I'm actually thinking about releasing this today as the, or switching it from experimental to official, because I think it's pretty much ready to go. I've been using it for months and it's feeling good. But yeah, if you want to use it, guys, go to this site. I will never miss an opportunity to plug HEAVYPAINT.app. And then if you go on the top, it says Layers experimental version. So go there and get this one. This is the one I'm using right now, and it's got all the latest stuff in it. And it's very fancy. It has sexy blur. See all this sexy blur everywhere? Sexy blur here. We have sexy blur over here. We have stats. We got everything. Oh yeah, UI scale's just been added recently too, guys. So if you're a senior citizen, just make it really big. Here, let's restart real quick. Or, you know, if you're an ant, just make it tiny. You gotta restart to see the changes. See, so now HEAVYPAINT works for everybody. Even ants. Oh, that's not good. Okay, maybe, see, well, that needs to be fixed. I'm working on it. It's not, the ant crowd is very demanding. Okay. You could release this version of HP as open beta, save some crash on beta testers. Yeah, this version is on open beta right now. It's up there. It says, feeling brave? Try the latest version. Blah blah blah. Did you ever come across a 3D drawing program called Rhonda? It was similar to Grease Pencil, but line drawing only, and had no way to create faces. I've never heard of that one. It sounds cool. Sounds interesting. Did you plan to make another Blender class? Yeah, I've been holding off on Blender class because I've got a couple projects I need to finish first, but yeah, I'm planning to do it later this year. Oh, hey, Mike J, thank you. All right, let's see. Pardon my stupid question, how is print size, print quality on final sketch work? It's good. I was showing everybody the other day. I got a print from Bjorn Works of a heavy paint he did, and it looked really good. Really nice quality and good colors. You can export at any resolution you want. Just when you hit save, and let's say we call this Lorin ship. And when you save, it gives you options here, so you can save it at like ×2 resolution. In this case, would be 8K, or ×4, 16K if your computer can handle it. If not, it'll just crash. But yeah, you can export at any resolution, and it'll actually rebuild the painting at that size, so you won't lose any quality if you work at a small resolution and then export at high resolution. It's not like Photoshop. It's more like Illustrator, where you can change your resolution at whenever you want later on, and it's cool. Right, let's see. You're building a PC just to take Blender class. Wow, okay. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of really nice new stuff out. Are you gonna get a fancy GTX, or sorry, RTX series card? The ones that are like unicorns that nobody can find because they're so popular with the crypto people. I'll go back to my reference. I think in this situation, the bottom is not going to get quite as dark as in our photo because we are floating up above the ground. So there's a lot more light that's able to bounce up into the bottom. So I don't think we'll be able to get that like super dark in there. Maybe something around these grays is as far as it'll go. Maybe if there was going to be a dark, it would be right up in there. Maybe like right behind there. There, possibly. Alright, and then all this stuff, I'm gonna treat it the same. It's a different material, but it's still reflecting the same environment, right? So it's still getting the orange from the ground. Maybe this part that's facing downwards doesn't get as much orange because it's... oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it should be a little bit darker. And also with this more technical, like hard surface type shapes, maybe we should put another layer here for these surfaces, just for masking purposes. That way we can go crazy with the background and not have to worry about it. Let me zoom out and make sure I'm not ruining this. Oop. Dual RTX. Holy crap. That's fancy. What budget-friendly tablet? Well, guys, I'm using this. This is like, you know, you can find it used for whatever, 50 bucks or something probably. It's just a regular Wacom tablet. How about make class or tutorial about design in general? Yeah, design is really tough to teach. I have a lot of respect for design teachers, because it's kind of, it's not so cut and dry. It's a little bit more subjective, a little bit more hard to pin down, I think, than other subjects. So that being said, I'm not planning to do design class right now. There are some good ones though. Darren Quach, I took his class a long time ago and he was really good. And Carlo Arellano and there's just a gazillion of really good design classes, so maybe I'll do it someday. But yeah, design is hard, guys. I can give my little tip for anyone who does want to learn about design is, I think it's good to just study stuff that's just do drawings of real stuff, and not specifically not concept art stuff. Like, don't copy other artists or concept artists' designs, because they're not designers. You should copy real designs from real designers. Like real cars, real planes, real machines, or whatever engineering type stuff. And that's where you'll get the real, like, source of the juice, I guess. Because copying from another concept artist is sort of like they've already digested things and spit it out, right? Like, they spit out a thing that They have all their influences, they've digested it, they've spit it out. It's already been digested, it's already been chewed up and spit out. So you don't want to eat that, right? You want to eat the fresh fruits and vegetables that they were eating in the first place. Okay, so don't eat their like vomit. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, that's what my teachers used to tell me too, is just like have a sketchbook that you're constantly drawing stuff in. Like it doesn't even have to be anything specific, just everyday objects, mundane things, even like windowsills, door trim, anything around you, because like you'll start to pick up the rules that the world goes by in terms of design. You'll start to like feel what makes something feel real, and then you'll be able to just naturally put that into your own designs. But it's a very long and tedious process, which is why, I mean, I used to teach design class before, and it's really tough because I feel like it's not really something. Maybe I just didn't really have a good teaching method for it, but I feel it was very difficult to get people to like understand, like in a very short period of time, what you're trying to do. I feel like it's a gradual, slow process. Whereas with Blender, for example, I feel like I can have a set project and then we do that project and you get like pretty good results right away, and it's very motivating to like have that quick start kind of a feeling. So with design class, it was always a lot harder to get those quick positive results. So it's really tough to teach that. See, I'm not sure if this surface here should be in light or in shadow. And also my lines are wrong. Let me fix that. Somebody calling me right now? Can you guys hear that? Maybe a lip going on there with the hull of the craft. You mean like this part? Yeah, I'm still confused about this because I'm not sure if it should be in shadow or not. I think it should be. Or maybe there's like a small section of it that's peeking out into the sunlight. Possibly like that. Let's see, does that look right? That might be okay. Yeah, maybe that's better. We can't say that this entire shape here is in light because it's sort of it's behind this piece is overcasting a shadow onto it. So it would be like that maybe? You know what I mean? Like this overhang is casting a shadow, I think. It's hard to tell. Also, if the sun is coming from the right side, then maybe maybe the shadow should be like pushed back a little bit because the sun is coming from the right. Yeah, this shape is a little bit, it's not super easy, I would say. I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring it out, but it's okay. But, I mean, it's a fun exercise. If you guys have any, like, art buddies that you sketch with, it's kind of fun to do this once in a while. At least to, it's weird to see your drawing painted up by somebody else, because you're so used to, like, your own style, you know? So it's sort of like a out-of-body experience, a little bit. And then also when you paint over someone else's drawing, you're sort of really getting intimate with their form language, like how they think about shapes and stuff. So that might be a good exercise even for like maybe grabbing one of Sid Mead's designs, I mean like a sketch from him, and trying to do a painting of it, just to feel, like really feel what shapes he's doing. Even after I just finished telling you not to copy other people's designs. But I mean, it'd be good for rendering practice, maybe? I don't know. This is why I don't give advice, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. Morpheus is calling. I copied a lot of concept artists, must be why I'm bad. Damn. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, well, I hope you'll do some more regular stuff studies. It's more boring, but I think it might be more helpful in the long run. Well, not necessarily boring, because sometimes engineers come up with like the craziest, coolest stuff that, you know, an entertainment designer wouldn't even be able to dream of. Try to just put this triangle on its own layer. Should do the same thing with the front, just so we can get nice clean textures. I like this spongy look though, with the happy faces. I think we're happy with that. Maybe we could try to get some like wear or rust on the bottom. Mm-hmm. I think this part might not actually catch any light. Oops. I think this is a little awkward where the shadow touches the little toolbox looking thing. So I'm gonna give it a little gap there. Or how does that work? Maybe this would be casting another shadow. Mike J, yeah, this is the smiley face texture from yesterday. We made it on stream. It's like a little crappy smiley face. Let me show you. But I'm actually loving it right now. Here, let me put it on a rectangle. Here it is. It's our smiley texture. But I would say 80% of this painting is made with this smiley face here, because what you can do is make the texture size really big, and then you see how we get like a smiley tapestry, and then we can also stretch it So either make it, you know, very, oh, you can turn it into a line, or you can go the other way and make it like smiley face go brrr, and then you can also make it random, scatter even. Whoa. Like if we, yeah, let's try some scatter. Woo. Uh-oh. Follow first is broken. Make it random. Yeah, I'm in love with this little smiley brush right now. And what random does is this random map, it just makes the texture like shift to a different area each time, which gives you oh fuck, where'd it go? Oh my god. It gives you little variations on it. Let's try turning down the lines a little. Probably don't need these arrows anymore. Make it official brush, please. Oh. I mean, you could make it yourself. It takes like 2 seconds. Just draw a freaking smiley face and import it. But yeah, that would be a fun, like a derpy, stupid brush. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. It's crazy. Clown brush. Glitch brush. Fuck. What? What? Why did it flip upside down? Oh god. too much color jitter, guys. It's like getting into the bending space and time. That color jitter. Oof. Can you make it easier to change canvas size? Like how? You guys gotta help me out with the suggestions sometimes. Be as descriptive as possible. The canvas sliders. Yeah, maybe we'll go back to the sliders in the future. I wonder why I changed it to numbers in the first place. It'd be cool to have some stripes on this. Like, gotta have the stripes. The Chris Foss action. I think I'm going to simplify the shape a little bit. I On the belly, I think it's. I'm trying to make it a little bit smoother. Should I? Whatever. The lines are gone. Can do whatever I want. Yeah, that little highlight area was bugging me. Mr. Crow's back. Hello. Also, did you guys know that you can unerase? Cause like this is erased, but if you go the opposite way, you can unerase. Oh, magic. Do you think it's useful to make the paint limited so you need to reload dip when you run out of ammo? That's an interesting idea. It would encourage people to mix more, which I guess is good. Yeah, it's interesting. writing on the side. Yeah, that would be nice. Like over here somewhere. Maybe instead of this circle thing, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Okay, I'm ruining Lorin's design now by adding all this extra stuff, rearranging, moving things around. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. I'm sorry, Lorin. But this has been a pretty fun little exercise. I miss drawing, like spaceships and stuff. I should do it more. But I kind of feel like even now I'm like approaching this differently than I would have maybe a year ago, where I'm sort of, I don't know, treating the shapes more abstractly than concretely. Like, I don't know if a modeler would be able to exactly know what's going on here, but it has more of a painterly look to it, I feel like, than what I would have done before, which I'm happy with. I think it's cool. Alright, another thing that makes spaceships really cool is if you add little aerospace inspired details, like little trim around the edges, maybe on the corners, I don't know. This could be like where sensors or lights or some little stuff goes. See if we have any on this airship. Actually, not really, but I'll look for another picture that might have more of those type of details to help us do it easier. Like, there's little stitches here. That might be cool. I'll try to get some stitches so it looks like fabric. Never noticed that detail on Airship before. That's pretty cool. to the smiley face. Are you working on or planning to work on any films or shows? Yeah, I'm working on an ad for Gumroad. We did a stream on it yesterday, if you want to check it out. I'm working on it with Angela Sung, and Ariel Estrella did a little bit of work for us too. Alright, let's attempt some text, maybe something like this logo. I like to draw text with fill. It's extremely skewed. It's cool. So it really looks like just a bunch of sticks. Oh my god, fuck. Oh my god, why does this keep happening? Okay, let me just save this, open it up again. Sorry guys, I keep ruining. I need to fix that bug. This little glitch over here, I kind of like it. Gonna just draw a little thing like that. There's some cool little graphics on the underbelly of this too that I want to do. One second guys, I'm gonna get some water. Okay. Fresh eyes. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get these little graphics on in the hindquarters here. And I think that might do it. It's still pretty loose of a painting, but I like that for what it is. I don't know about this thing on top. I think it should be smaller or non-existent. I'll do a smaller one. I want to stay true to the design. Okay, time for stickers. I like this little dark red arrow. Those are always good. Put an arrow somewhere. Bonus points if it's red. Okay, and the smaller this goes, the smaller the graphics are, the bigger the ship is, right? So that's up to you how you want to scale things. Could draw a couple lines, cross-section lines over top of everything, just as like a reinforcement of the shapes. So I'll just reuse this stuff here. What color should it be? It shouldn't be black, because here, let's try it. When we put black in, it looks, oh shit. It's too the contrast is too much here. So I think maybe this, like this value of these shadows down here would be better. Or even lighter. Maybe it's like this blue. See how that feels more natural, like this blue-ish sort of fits in with the lines more. Even though they're lines, you still have to sort of paint them or treat them like everything else in the painting. Don't just ignore color just because they're lines, you know? So these lines on the bottom, I'll make them more warmer to fit in with what's happening in the colors on the bottom faces. And then back to cool on the top. And these cross-section lines, they don't have to go like all the way through the entire shape. They can be like, they can do weird stuff, like they can go to the side or go do little doors sometimes to also reinforce the shape. Like the lines can be pretty expressive too. And they can be designed, I guess. They don't have to be boring. I really need to fix this zooming. It's kind of janky. But yeah, these little lines and graphics is what makes it feel way more realistic, just with like a tiny bit of work. So I always have fun doing these. This is actually my favorite part. So I feel like when you get to the lines, you're on the finish line. You can relax a little bit. Thank you, Mark. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I think we're almost there, guys. I'm just taking a second to look at it one more time before we give it the wings, put it in the world, and see what people think. Finish up some of these lines. And then there's some, this thing has like a little plug hole on the bottom, which is cool. Might stick that in. Who the hell keeps calling me? Where's my phone? I'm on stream. How do I hang this up? Sometimes Google sends me calls like through I have no idea who that was. Okay. I'll just put the little butt plug here. I think that'll work nicely. Set it off. Alright, I'm very happy with how this happy face painting came out. I hope you guys got something out of this process here. It's pretty fun. Maybe we will have to add the happy face in as a officially sanctioned tool texture. Industry standard tool. Struggling with like the grass as usual. face mode. Too much. Actually, I think I like the brighter color more. It's fresher. Oh, Jesus, it scared the shit out of me. But thank you. Thank you, Jared, for donating $5. That's awesome. I'm gonna get some cookies. Or chips. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now I'm running into the trap of like my original reference. I switched to a new reference picture, and now I'm like trying to match this up to that reference when I already matched it to the previous reference. So let me just stop doing that. How do I make the smiley faces? Bigger. Ugh. Oh, this grass is bugging me now. I'm gonna go back to the old picture. Where is it? Here it is. Try to get that grass going. Oops. I told you guys I need my safety blanket. I need to have something up that I can reference. But the ground definitely has to be orange because that's how the bottom of the ship feels. So we need to match that color that's reflecting into the ship so that it looks correct. Maybe we can get another texture that's a little bit more grassy. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna stop playing with this. Save it. Just make sure it came out okay. Lorin ship. Yeah, thank you for joining in, guys. If you want to check out this project, the Sketch Swap, look up, I think it's called Sketch Swap, John Fry. He's been sort of the custodian of it for the past few years. We started in 2017, was it? Yeah. So yeah, check it out. It's a really fun project. This is John Fry and Del Swanson doing the same thing where they switch, they swap their drawing and then the other person paints it. Where's the other sketch swaps? This one? No, it's not. How the heck does this... Okay, don't go to ArtStation. Go to Behance if you can find it on Behance. Yeah, John Fry, Behance, Sketch Swap. Where are you? Here we go. Oh, 2016. Dwayne Vance, another really good car guy. I think he works at Hot Wheels now. And this is Lorin and John. This is my one with John doing the color. Lorin, John. This is a drawing that John sent me, and I painted this one. It's a crazy design. Anyway, thank you guys. See you all next time. Have a good day.